What's happening, guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Range podcast with Hogg Tactical and Kelley Defense. Wherever you are, thank you for making us part of your day. And as always, I am Mark Kelley and joined by my co-host and friend, Rick Hogg. How's it going, buddy?
Man, Mark, it is going great. I want to thank the viewers, listeners out there for giving us your most precious commodity. We couldn't do it without you guys. Greatly appreciated. Hey, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, rating, review, all that other good stuff. Just help us beat this crazy algorithm. Help get the OTR universe out there to everybody. No sense for the AI monster to keep people down. So a couple of things, guys. Super excited. So if you guys swing over to either the Patreon page or the OTR Training on Demand, which is on Vimeo, we got that thing. It is getting loaded as we speak. A boatload, as Mark likes to say, new video, new content for your view and pleasure, And, a couple of highlights, So for the Patreons, which is patreon.com/On the Range podcast, we do a bi-monthly Zoom call with our patrons. So interact with us, ask questions. I'm going to tell you, Mark, the hot topic's been the firearms training notebook. I'm not going to lie.
It has been.
So, a lot of guys getting that, wanting to kind of dig into that. And, we learn as we go with it. I mean, we wrote the thing and we're still finding ways that this book is just absolutely fantastic. So, again, you can swing over to Amazon, check out the firearms training notebook, or just Google, I guess in Amazon or Amazon it. Either Rick Hogg or Mark Kelley, and boom, it'll pop up, man. So
right now we're number 4 in the shooting category on Amazon. We were number 1 for new releases on Amazon for a while in the category of time management. Hey, I'll take it.
We'll take it however we get it, But really, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Right? We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without your support. I got a couple other mentions before we get this episode rolling, which is going to be epic, by the way. So I'm going to show the Duco patch. Obviously, my viewers can see it. Here's the thing: limited edition. All right, these things sold like hotcakes. Here's going to be the thing: I will have a chat with Steven over at Stand Strong Art. He's the one that came up with it. All the proceeds to that went to in our Duco project. So between the guy that did the patch, between Steven, my hat's off to him. Long story short, we will probably do another similar patch, different color patterns, I think is what we're going to do. And we'll probably have to bump up the numbers because guys are like, how can I get one? So again, for those of you tuned into the podcast, you get to kind of check things out first. So if you're not already signed up for the newsletter, I'm going to tell you straight up, the cats on the newsletter knew first, So, warhog.com, kelleydefense.com, sign up for those newsletters. Here's the thing. I value the people that go and sign up for the newsletters. And I'm not saying I don't value my IG people, but by the time I went out on IG, they were gone.
So,
yeah.
The Patreon guys got a early look as well, so they had first crack at it as well. They get rewarded for being just a great group of folks and supporting us and having a lot of fun.
So I mean, I hate to say it, that's the way that we've opted to do business. You can put stuff out on social, that's cool, but the core people, whether it's, we'll just dub it Team on the Range, we want to give you guys first dibs on things. So the way I know how to do it is via the newsletters. So I will have to apologize. It went out kind of late, but dude, even though it went out late, man, that thing just, it went. So to everyone that did that, thank you very much. The NR Duco project, we've got some exciting things coming, man. Just to give people a quick heads up on that. So we're going to vest up 2 K9 officers down in Louisiana. We got that on the plate. We're in the process of getting a memorial statue for multipurpose K9 Leica. We're fundraising for that right now. And then here's the thing. Throw some emotion there.
Yeah.
We've got another combat assault dog. We're helping out. So,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I mean, Duke's memory lives. So,
Yeah.
Didn't plan for that one to come out. It does. But here's the thing, guys, right? It's okay because that's how we heal. That's how we get over humps. The emotional thing, dude, I don't sweat it. It doesn't bother me. And I would tell guys it makes you no less. So figure out ways you've got to make yourself better. Sometimes it just pops its head. Never thought, here I'm sitting there looking at this crazy patch, looking at my old glutes freaking face there, thinking about another combat assault dog we're going to help out, and things happen.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. And,
So-
it'd be, it's fitting to mention our friend Tom at Eagles and Angels. I'm wearing the Warhog hat, and that was a great fundraiser, and Eagles and Angels doing a lot of good stuff. So go check those guys out. All the folks that, support us, we support them, and they're just great people. And standstrongart.com, go check that out. They are sold out, if I'm not mistaken, right, Rick?
They are.
They're all gone, but they're coming back. So we're going to post up again. You got to go to those Patreon pages and join our group, and you got to check out the email list. We put out a lot of good stuff. Not to mention our training stuff that we're going to talk about here as well, and we're going to mention some of the other folks that have supported those things too. But man, the In Honor of Duco project has just been a roaring success. It's getting bigger and bigger. I know you got some other events coming up. We're going to showcase those. There'll probably be a vlog out of that the patrons are going to get to see. So a lot of behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, a lot of good stuff, man. And we're going to talk about the firearms training notebook. Thanks to all those who have kind of, embraced that, and hopefully we know that it's going to help you if you use it. But you can't forget to go to Amazon or our websites. You can get signed copies. Just check it out. And there's a lot of ways you can get the book, but Amazon's probably the easiest. You go on there, in a couple of days you're going to have it. We're going to start making, not really making people, but highly suggesting that people bring it to the trainings that we do, and we're going to teach them how to use it.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Mark. I think for me and all future Warhog training from here on out, I'm going to say you got to have a copy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much this thing, if you're going to attend a course, this marries with that. So yes, it's great to go to a course, get the training, but what are you walking away with? You can walk away. You got to think about it. You can walk away with your first Warhog self-eval already done, right? Depending if we're doing, rifle, pistol combo, whatever, you might walk away with 2. And then you got to think, we're going to start where we're going to start giving guys times. And it's great for me to sit there and tell you, hey, here's your draw to first shot. Here's your speed magazine change. Here's whatever. But if you can't annotate it, what good is it? I mean, unless you're that guy that's got the photographic memory, dude, it's here today, gone tomorrow, so you just lost valuable information. So,
yeah. And, a lot of the leadership, or not the leadership, but the instructor development stuff, how are you going to be able to help your students out properly if you're not writing this stuff down? I don't know. How are you going to show them? You can't. So that's going to be a big piece of it. Those are coming up. LEO, especially the instructor development stuff is coming. And we got some of that we're going to talk about a little bit later in the year, probably when that starts to solidifies. But that's going to be a big piece of our 2023. Looking forward to that.
Oh, totally.
Big time.
Yeah.
So today's episode, and we'll talk about them later, is brought to you by Manscaped. The Performance Package 4.0 is their premier package. Go check them out. Go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code OTR20. Retail is for suckers, my friends. Use the promo code. There's no reason not to. OTR20.
And free shipping.
That's right. I forgot free shipping. Free worldwide shipping.
Yeah, man.
There's no reason not to go.
No.
So we're going to talk about ATK9. What was your biggest takeaway from the American Tactical K9 2022 conference?
Yeah, so for us, biggest takeaway was we were able to implement a new piece of equipment that I believe was monumental in helping our K9 officers. So we had Sean from Banff Hammers come down one day. He brought some hammers with him. And the beauty with the hammer versus, typically we're using the brute force bag just to have them have something in their support hand to
Right.
mimic their canine partner. Well, it's dead weight to the side, right? It's something better than nothing. But again, guys, when we sit there and tell you, be 1% better every day, we're doing that from the instructor side as well. And I was kind of chit-chatting back and forth with Sean because, when you look at the hammers, hey, you can move your hand back on that hammer, weight's coming out to the front. I'm like, hey, man, this is at least something that's halfway mimicking that weight pulling to the front. And
Right.
yeah, and we kind of developed some things on the fly. And yeah, dude, I mean, it went from, let's think about it, Mark, right? It went from just holding this hammer. Hey, let's, slide your hand up and down the shaft there just to figure out, hey, where is that point that you can get it? And then, oh, by the way, you walk by with a little tap in the back. Now you got your little canine partner giving you some movement. I mean, totally setting up a new dynamic to one-handed pistol shooting for the canine officer. So
Yeah, it feels almost like the your canine partner's lunging forward, or just tugging on
pull,
you. It's unbelievable.
yeah,
Just a little tap.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's unbelievable.
So yeah, I mean that was by far the biggest takeaway from that. Probably the second runner-up is, man, we had a lot of repeat offenders, man. We had guys that attended the course last year that were right back again. And I think the last thing, dude, we were chock full every single day, So, yeah.
Yeah, we had some international folks that actually saw our vlog from the last year and said, man, I got to go to this conference. And, oh, by the way, I want to take, Warhog Tactical and Kelley Defense's pistol class.
Yep.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And here's the thing. We're very accommodating. We happen to have some house guns.
That's right.
And I mean, let's hook our mates up, right? I mean, dude, you flew all this way.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to observe. I said, observe?
Observe.
No way, dude. You had a spare.
This is more of like, this is kind of like an interactive thing. We don't. Yeah.
I mean, you can't really observe firearms training. I mean, you can, but I mean, no way, dude. For them, those two guys, stepped away from just coming from being a day observing training to now a day participating in training. And so.
And you know what? It pays to be a winner. Borrow that from the Navy because both of them won prizes.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing. I mean, we got to do a big shout out on that one. So our friends, here's the thing. We've got some great industry partners. Let's start with Oakley SI.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to use code WARHOG15 and save you a boatload of cash, right? So Oakley provided, between the new Hannibals and then the M-frame Alphas. We gave that to the top dog because we ran 2 iterations of shooting on a physical dress, which, oh, by the way, was slightly different because for our canine officers, it was all strong hand only. Sorry, dude. Yeah. It's just the way we did business. But no, each of the top dogs walked away from the table of victory a set of either M-frame Alphas or the Hannibals. So, Oakley, appreciate that. We then in turn had Notch, so Notch gear. They ended up giving us hats. So for our first and second place losers, we were kind of like public, kind of like public school, hey, everyone's kind of a winner here. At least for the first and second place losers, they get a hat from Notch. So obviously the guy that was in second place, for lack of better terms, he's got his pick of 2 colors. We had 2 different colors out there. Hey, you get first picks, and last guy got whatever. And then 2 other partners, man, that always step up to the plate for us.
For sure.
So that's Killcliff. Killcliff provided not only their Ignite to fuel these guys, but then again, their recovery, post shooting on a physical dress. And you can use code OTR 15 to save 15% with those cats. And then, Hoist is another great one. Hoist, the more we do business with Hoist, dude, they step up to the plate. So
Yeah.
some people might say it's level 4 hydration. We'll just say it's IV level, IV level hydration, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm here to tell you, the companies we back is because of their quality products. Yeah. And I have been, in the dirt, dehydrated, and man, you jam one of these things in you.
Oh, dude.
Dude, they hydrate you up. And, I remember when Allie was on the show going, oh, yeah, it'll increase your urine volume. And all this. I said, what crap is she talking? Dude, I hadn't used the bathroom all day. Suck one of the things out. I was like, oh, I got to go. So
science,
I'm telling you,
science,
dude, science. Yeah. And they work. And we kind of let the guys grab those. Hey, man, throughout the day, just hydrate yourself up and bam. But no, great partner there. All those guys, so couple other shout outs, Grizzly Steel. I mean, you got to hear that steel ringing. You got to love that Grizzly hanging target. Nice.
Always have them with us. Always have them. Yeah.
Easy, portable, and then of course, Brute Force, providing the bags. So yeah. And you can get, you guys can go to both of our industry partners page, check all those different industry partners out, all the different savings out there. And yeah, dude. So
yeah. You know what? We're going to keep the lights on for a second, and we're going to go ahead and talk about Manscaped. Got to pay the bills. This type of production doesn't just run on its own. So again, guys, we've mentioned it before. It's coming, but now it's here. You got to welcome yourself to Fresh Ball Fall. It's the season of pumpkin spice and making sure your crotch looks nice. That means sipping on cider in the fall breeze and making sure that Manscaped products can trim your balls with ease. They're going to thank you for it, man. So today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, a company that is here to make sure that the foliage isn't the only thing that's shedding its excess leaves this fall. So you can join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com and save yourself 20% and get free shipping with the promo code OTR20. Now, they sent us a couple of performance packages, and bro, I was sold. You get the performance package 4.0, you get the lawnmower 4.0, you get the weed whacker, the ear and nose hair trimmer, and you get some other products, and you get the bag called the shed. So you put your tools in the shed. Very clever marketing. And you know what? They have that safe shave technology. It's got the porcelain blades. It's just great. It's rechargeable. It's got a spotlight. I know that's one of your favorite features.
Oh yeah, dude. Gotta have the spotlight.
So it's like if you're going, it's easy to travel with. But they're just a great supporter of the show, and it's a great product. We wouldn't have it on the show, be a part of them, if it wasn't a good product, and it certainly is. So go to manscaped.com and use the promo code OTR20. Save yourself a boatload of cash and get free worldwide shipping.
Yeah, buddy.
So like you said before, the main thing that we were pushing was not only that, hey, you got to have a notebook. We've always said that. But now there's this notebook, the firearms training notebook that from Warhawk Tactical Kelley Defense that you can use. Then we went even further and said, hey, if you've got one or you brought it with them, and some of them did. We had one cat that bought one and left it at home. I said, let me get this right. So you bought one knowing that you were going to need it or want to use it, and then you knew you were going to be in our class, and you didn't bring it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the kid he's a good sport about it.
Yeah. I think he left it in Colorado. I think he was from Colorado.
Yeah. There's no going back for that. That was a long haul, man.
Yeah.
So then we actually gave them their times on the initial Warhawk self-eval. And then we also did some video pulls from it. So that's going up on the Patreon page. And if you can explain that a little bit, we wrote down all their data, and they're starting to use it right away. We had one cat that wrote down damn near everything we did.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, I got it. It's a new concept. So especially with those guys, you try to put things in perspective for them. Hey, you've got a training log for your canine partner. Where's yours? It's like, come on. So the thing with the self-eval is when we kind of give guys their times, we're doing twofold. So yes, you're getting your individual, if you want to say time as it breaks down. So, hey, let's just say, for example, you busted your first shot at a second. Okay. That's raw in itself. Then we're going to tell you, hey, I don't know, 130, 3-0. Okay. So that was, hey, 130, but 3-0 is your split. because the key part is when you're looking at it, yeah, you're kind of tracking the numbers, and we could just give them the splits, I guess, but I just give them all the data. Why not?
Yeah.
Because then you start going, okay, hey, what's my splits on a smaller target? What's my split basically going from target to target or doing a target index? What's my speed magazine change time? And then, oh, by the way, circle back and you're doing it all over again. Do your numbers look fairly close? And there you walk away with data to go, okay, how fast am I shooting splits at this size target? How fast am I shooting splits at this other size target? How quick can I go back and forth? Hey, what's my speed magazine change? What's my presentation time? So you have all this tangible data just from that one drill to now go, boom, I've got a starting point. Because we asked some of these guys, hey, man, 7 meters, draw the first shot, IPSC style target. What's your time? I don't know.
Yeah, literally had no idea.
No idea. So how do you even pick up and start? How do you grab that pro timer? Which, oh, by the way, the Pack Pro Timer, if you want to pick one up, do you have it on your Amazon store as well?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So we both have Amazon stores to kind of make things easy. Hey, the products we enjoy using, swing over there to our Amazon stores. But it's like, hey, dude, let's say you got a Pack Pro Timer and you want to put some par times in. What are you putting in to start? Where do you start from?
Yeah.
So, we try to explain to them, hey, at least for me, I'm going to take kind of whatever that mean time, depending what drill I'm doing, and add anywhere from a quarter to a half a second back or add more time just to give me a starting point, right? And then I sit there, let's say, for example, hey, I'm working on draw from, triple retention holster. Okay, fine. So let me go, all right, hey, if I did it in 2 seconds, well, maybe I'll go to, 225, 250 and just see, hey, was it a one fluke deal? Is that kind of there? Yep. I've got the mechanics worked down. And then you just start either trimming, about tenths off to sit there and go, okay, cool. Where's about this mean level where I'm at? Once you feel happy with that and you've been working that in your dry fire regiment, then you're just going to go circle from dry whenever you go out to the range to live, because now we're just going to confirm marksmanship. Cool. You're conducting task X at speed Y. Are you getting hits?
Yeah.
And then boom. So,
yeah. And that's another thing too, like we've always emphasized the importance of dry fire. This doesn't change that. In my opinion, not a vast majority, but probably a slight majority of this is going to be dry fire stuff. At least it should be, unless you go to the range a couple times a week, and you might.
Yeah. But the majority, the dry fire is huge, because that's where you're going to start making your money. Because if I don't know, so if you come to the course, you walk away with some data. Now I go, okay, cool. What do I need to work on? And you put the time in dry to start getting that to go, okay, cool. Here's my time for X, whatever drill you're doing. Yep. I've been cranking this thing out, 2-3 weeks, man, I'm feeling good. My skills are down, firearms manipulation, get all this stuff that where I feel happy. Okay, cool. I can now go out to the range, and you figure if I just have a box of bullets, right? And the reason that I say a box is because most of these guys get about 50 rounds from their department a month. I'd say not everyone, but as a general rule of thumb, most departments will give guys 50 rounds a month. So think about it. If I've been spending my time dry firing, I got 50 bullets. What am I doing? Well, you break it down. What tasks have I been training? And I don't have to shoot all 50 rounds for that task. I'm going to go, hey, man, maybe I do 5 rounds, draw from the holster just to confirm time and marksmanship is there. Okay, cool. Maybe I might take about 6 rounds to do, a couple rounds of speed magazine change. I mean, whatever you've been working on, I don't know. But it's having a plan. I've got 50 bullets. How am I going to use these 50 bullets to my best training availability till I can get my next 50? Yeah. And then I go, yep. Oh, look at here. My speeds bumped down some, right? So I'm a little quicker than what I thought. All right, cool. So I readjust my numbers in my book for my next dry fire session. Bing, 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 bing. Marksmanship's there. Dude, we're good. We've got plans rolling. And oh, by the way, I'm getting 1% better every single day. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, even at our courses, if we see something that someone is doing that we think is inefficient, and they can certainly, just by changing that one thing, pick up some time just by doing that. We'll use our phones and videotape them. We'll stand right next to them, video them, and then play it back. Say, hey, man, did you know you were doing this? No, didn't know I was doing that. Well, don't do that. Okay, let's clean that up a little bit, and then go back from there. Reiterate that in your dry fire. Make sure that you're not doing that again, especially if it's involving like a magazine change or something like that. And just make sure that you start to practice doing it correctly or in a more efficient way that you worked on at the range. Come back and then see if you picked up any time. And I guarantee you probably will have.
Yeah, no, I mean, we saw guys just out there on a day of training, just having, just some input from us. Vast improvement. You had guys that would do on a speed magazine change, opt to do like double taps on the bottom of their mag. Dude, it's in. It's seated. Hit that freaking side release and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's just the biggest thing is added movement. It's just inefficiencies is typically what you see across the board. And once they're removed, bam. I mean, you're already gaining time just in that mere aspect of how you're executing the drills. So, but it really, it came to light. I mean, I'm going to say straight up, there are guys that embraced it. They embraced this thing so much every time rolling up to the line. And again, I'm personally not a fan of dump pouches. That's just me. But man, those dump pouches were being used to stow some firearm training notebooks in there. And it's like, dude, they get out there and they're jotting stuff down. And I'm going to tell you straight up, if I saw a dude with a notebook, hey man, stand by. Let's give you some time. Let's give you some information.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. The vendor day. It was the first time I'd made the vendor day. You had been, this is the second time. And I got to tell you, what a good time that was. The time flew. It was a busy day. We're trying to talk to everybody. A lot of people were coming up. They were really interested in the in honor of Duco Loop Leash. They wanted to talk about the notebook and just want to say hello. And talk about the podcast and stuff like that. It was a good time. And you sold a couple of your videos. The Panteo stuff. Just a great day. Dutch was in a booth right across from us. That was always fun. Gosh, and. Sean from Banff Hammers was with us for a little bit, but it was a good day. Good to see everybody out there. A lot of people turned out before lunch. After lunch, I think they were taking advantage of the free day, if they weren't involved in the vendor process. But Toyota was out there, a couple other big vendors. We also got to say hello, and I got to meet some of the guys from Revac, the rope guys. They were also out there. It's a really good solid group of trainers. I'm not saying that because we're there, but it really is.
Well, it is, because here's the thing. It's like having a reunion. So the majority of the guys that are out there, and JC's done a great job. So all the guys, because he basically circled back to all the guys that we used to use when I was active duty to help us train dogs. And, hey man, we're doing this thing. And next thing you know, boom, you got them out there. I know, I would say I probably know the majority. I don't know everybody. He's got a couple people out there that I don't know who they are, but for the majority of the guys out there, it's like, hey man, what's going on? Hey. A couple people I didn't get a chance to catch up with just because, our location was offsite, so it made it difficult to see people. Would basically zip back to Muscatatuck, grab some lunch, and do it right back out to the range. But and this year's range facility was phenomenal.
Oh man!
So
big shout out to Kenny Freeman, the sheriff with Jennings County, a big supporter of the event, and Warhawk Tactical Kelley Defense. And just a great guy to help us facilitate that stuff. And here another good. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I'm just gonna say Kenny's a great American, right?
Oh,
and any of you, which should be all of you of Jennings County, should be listening to On the Range podcast. Vote for Kenny for sheriff, man. Because I'm going to tell you this. I have not witnessed anybody. I say that again. I've not witnessed anybody in leadership levels come out to firearms training and then, oh, by the way, participate.
Yeah.
Kenny is out there. Whenever we're out there, Kenny's out there. Kenny's out helping facilitate. Kenny's out, hey, do you got a slot open for me? Eager to train. And I know his agency is benefiting from that because we've gone out there and trained with those guys. I'm going to tell you this to all my sheriffs out there: go give Kenny Freeman a call. Ask him what he's doing. Is it that paratrooper blood that's in him? But I'm going to tell you this, man, he is a great American. Put him back in office, upcoming elections, but he's just a super supporter. And I mean, we couldn't have done what we did without his support. So, yeah.
Yeah. Big shout out to Don Meese from Cincinnati. Helped us out a lot. I mean, we're pretty much fire and forget. We want to be less of a problem, than other people are. Just because of the stuff that they're teaching, they might be a lot more trouble. But we have a relationship with the Jennings County Sheriff out there, so we can help out a little bit. But those guys did a great job supporting our range, and anything we needed, all we had to do was ask. A couple of retired guys, John Neal, Tony Bischoff, just, thanks for coming back and helping out JC and the guys. They did a really good job this year. And that vendor, I don't know how many were there last year. Those vendor booths were almost all full, and they had a lot of good stuff for the guys to check out. A lot of good swag bags, just a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, great event. And the thing is, whenever you see that incremental improvement, dude, you just know that, hey, next year is going to be better. And the year after that's going to be that much better. He gets it growing and growing. And I'm going to tell you this, from the canine aspect, it's hard for dudes to pick. Hey, man, you got 4 days of training. What are you picking? You got to kind of figure that piece out. And I mean, I think it was $750 a head this year, but that included your lodging, your chow, plus training.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly how much it was, but I know it was very reasonable for a whole week of training.
Oh yeah. I think it was $750. You're not going to go anywhere in this country and train for $750 and get housed and get fed. So
no. All you got to do is just get there.
That's
all you got to do is just get there. And some of those guys drove, El Paso, Houston,
Colorado,
from the Colorado, the farthest reaches of Missouri and Virginia, Kentucky, Massachusetts. Man, we had one guy right outside the Boston area, Joe. What a great guy he is.
Yeah.
And just a lot of fun, man. It was great to see everybody, and I'm sure we'll see some of those guys again.
Absolutely. And we can't forget our Australians, man. Now, granted, they didn't drive, but God, I'm going to tell you this from personal experience. Flying to Australia is or even flying back from Australia, that's no joyride, man.
That's quite a voyage, as they say. That's quite a voyage. Yeah, man. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. But again, like Rick said, go to warhog.com and kellydefense.com. Check out those industry partners, man. Look at what we got. Our shop's on Amazon. I think it's like amazon.com/shop/Warhog Tactical or Kelley Defense, and it'll pop it right up. Almost all the stuff that we use on the range is available on Amazon. Now, obviously, do your due diligence and shop around, but a lot of that stuff is on there. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good reading, a lot of good video and audio for your listening and viewing pleasure from our youth is in there. We got a lot of good stuff. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. You guys go find out. We'll give him one.
I'll tell you straight up, Magnum PI's on there, for me. So
forget about it. Yeah, it's never not going to be there. Yeah. But make sure you go to the Patreon page and get on there. Like Rick said, that thing is starting to populate left and right. You can go on there right now and get well over 60 training videos. I'll tell you what, I'm going to say 50, at least 50 training videos. Not to mention the early access, the vlogs, and all the other stuff, and the Zoom calls. Plus, what we've been doing, and this is a fan favorite at the Patreon page, is the monthly shooting challenge. They're gunning for us, no pun intended. They're always gunning for us. They're always like, "Hey, man, what's the new shooting challenge?" They want to beat the old guys.
But it's a blast, right? I mean, guys, they're eager to get out there, and I got this or I got that or it's like, dude,
proud of the results and showing it. Good for them.
Yeah,
man.
No, dude, it's just that's part of it, right? So competition breeds greatness because. Number one, I mean, you should always be competing with yourself. So you should always be in that competition and want to get better, right? So, but again, when you get guys together, are some of these cats shooting this thing beforehand? Probably, I'll tell you straight for this month's, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to totally roll the dice. I'm still going to use AR platform, but I'm going to use my 22 one because it's a rifle challenge. If you want to know what it is, swing over to patreon.com/on the range podcast.
Yeah.
But no, I might sit there and who knows what'll happen, right? I don't know, but we're going to give it a shake. Why not?
Yeah. Another way you can enjoy some of those videos, you can even download but you can stream them. If you go to OTR Training on Demand, it's on our websites. Mm-hmm. But if you go to OTR Training on Demand on Vimeo, you can download, you can purchase and keep them, or you can stream them and watch them for a few days and then get what you need out of it, and don't have to put it on a computer or anything. Yeah. But go check that out. That's another way to get some of these videos, and we don't really put them out on free social anymore. We just don't do it. Mm. We want to reward the folks that support us and give them some no BS solid training. Yeah. Another one, I know we've talked about this. This is a great, go ahead, buddy. Finish your thought.
No. Well, I'll just say this real quick. Make sure you swing by the websites, right? Because I got it. Yeah. If you've been there before, at least for me, I'm updating that thing all the time. And I know we just did a quick little update today, but it was putting the product video on the Firearms Training Notebook. So again, just to you see the cover and work with us, because we're still trying to figure out Amazon and trying to load stuff up there. And if you go there, you just go see this cover of two magnificent looking men. But we try to at least now with the product video, which is on both of our pages, boom, it gives you a little more insight. I know I still got to upload. Banff Hammers gave us a promo code, which is on the range. I still got to load that on the website, so I mean, this stuff is always rolling in. And on promo codes, I think Mark has another special one to tell us about.
Yeah, this is a good one, and there's only a couple of them out there. Now, this is a piece of kit that we talk about all the time, and Rick has been a big fan of theirs. I've used them as well. Aimpoint. Aimpoint has given Rick Warhog with 2 G's, the number 5. Yep. Warhog, 2 G's, the number 5 is the promo code for Aimpoint. Save yourself 5%. Now, there's only two out there. Yeah. And Rick's got one of them. And you talk about, dude, they are amazing piece of gear, and they hold up. They're just good stuff. And we've trusted I know Rick has said this multiple times, trusted his life with them. Still do. That's the only red dot optic that I'm running. And just dabble on that just a little bit, because we had a lot of K9 officers out there running red dots. I think only our Bortac guys, were they running the Acro? They were running the Acro 1. Okay. I think. Yeah.
Okay. So we only had one agency that was running an enclosed red dot system. And you try to educate these guys, hey man, if you have an open emitter, red dot, you've got a fail built in already to it. So make sure you guys are out there testing your equipment, but knowing what you got. And part of it's education, right? So the department goes, hey, here's red dot X. Yeah, have at it. Well, if it's an open emitter, whether it's rain, mud, as I like to say, donut debris, being chuckly to our officers, that stuff gets on that emitter, the dot's gone. And if you haven't trained it, well, what are you going to do? And I got it. You're going to say, I'll just go to my irons. You'd be surprised. Because we saw some fishing going on out there, and it's like, pick up your irons, and pick up the irons, and then there's the dot. So, right. It's just, you got to know what you got. And like I said, plenty of videos of me out there shooting in the rain, doing other things. When I say I'd bet my life on Aimpoint, 100%, I did, and I still do to this day. All my red dot, optics are Aimpoints. They're just they're bomb proof, man. They're durable, high quality, clear glass, and just a fantastic product. So, Warhog 5%. You can sit there and go, 5%, dude. Trust me, they don't throw that code out, man. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. Now we know that a lot of guys are, this is what the department gave me. I get it. If you're a policy, influencer, and you have it's something to think about. And if you don't have one because this is what they gave you, then just remember that and train with it. We pass along those tidbits at our trainings
Sure.
all the time. So yeah, man. Again, one more time, just to mention Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Big support coming from that website, manscaped.com. Use the promo code OTR20. Get yourself free shipping and 20% off. Well, great conference again, Rick. We certainly hope to be out there, and I'm sure we will next year. But we have some other trainings. Go to the websites and check out our calendars, man.
Yeah.
Check out the newsletters.
Yeah. The newsletters, definitely, because like I said, you guys will be the first to know. 2023 calendar is starting to get populated, so we got a couple more. At least for me, I got a couple more things just to solidify with places and people. And once we get that done, probably at least get the first quarter, if not the first half, out there. But yeah, just keep circling back because things just pop up sometimes. For all my cats in North Carolina or the surrounding areas, we're going to try to probably squeeze one more open enrollment in this year. So it's just balancing calendars and times and waiting on some more to get back. So I don't think there'll be any more travels out of North Carolina for the rest of the year, at least open stuff. It's time, man. So I hate to say it, but my mill LE guys, they're the priorities right now. And I'm not trying to shortchange my civilians, but I got to get those guys. They need the training, and they are in harm's way daily. So, and I know most of you guys are
as best we can.
Yeah. I know most of you guys are as well. However, we're to accommodate, but you guys have the ability to make change. So just don't forget, I think we're almost at 30 days for the elections. So
yeah.
If you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote.
Yeah. Check out the Firearms Training Notebook on Amazon or website, guys.
Yep. Oh, don't forget the hashtag.
All right, Rick.
TFT Notebook. Oh,
that's right. TFT Notebook, hashtag,
Yeah. And the reason for that, guys, that it isn't go, hey, look at me, I got this cool hashtag. No, it's to hopefully to try to build a community. So, hey, man, take a snapshot of your book, stick it on there. Go, hey, this is this is where I'm sitting at. And here's the thing. Nobody's going to balk or laugh or, hey, dude, hats off for you training. And we're just trying to get away that there's some accountability checks for guys and build a community where guys have the notebook. Hey, man, I'm doing this. I'm trying that. Even myself, I found myself, and I talked about this before, going down the road of just recording a hit number versus the whole tangible time data that I had in the Pro Timer. I'm like, oh, I lost all this info, man. So,
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks, Rick. Let's do it again real soon, buddy.
You know it, pal.
See you guys. Be safe.